Good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP from quite a few different vantage points to kind of discuss our wave counting along with the Sigma coin. All right, checking in here on XRP, we've got the expectation at this point in time that we are completion of our breakdown for the fifth, 5 waves down. And now we're working for our first wave 1 impulse off the lows, which will take us up to the top of the region here, and then we'll ultimately reset and come back down into demand with an ABC backtest for a wave 2 of this next leg. So the count thus far has us completing a wave 1, wave 2, and now we're within this wave 3, and in this wave 3 we have 5 waves that come in, and we've measured wave 1 and 2 with the expectation that we'll hit 262 here, hopefully within the next 24 hours. A little bit of a correction, and then a breakout for the final leg, taking us up to 267-ish. So that's kind of where the expectation is. We'll obviously watch any rollovers or anything that looks kind of sus, because of course this guy right here was not supposed to cross this level, but they decided to do it for at 1 a.m. my time. So ultimately, this is what we're going to be monitoring, and this is what is bringing the caution component, is that cross. So as of right now, though, all momentum seems to say that we're fine. So, and price action thus far as well looks like we're good. So I expect just a series of higher lows. If we see a trend change, where all of a sudden you see a lower high, for example, come into play. So this was higher high, lower high, and then another higher high to finish out that fifth wave for the ABC down, ABC up, and then the 5-wave move to the downside. Now we're just going to be watching that to see if there's a reversal or a trend or a lower low that starts to get set. That's how we'll know that this is in fact a rollover and not a continuation, but continuation is most likely. So the reason for that is because we now have a few ways to look at XRP. So here we are on the USD price on the left, and we can see that we wicked through but bounced aggressively and concisely. But over here in Korea, we actually did not have any bouncing or anything along those lines, where we ended up moving upwards, and we were able to hold that higher low. So that's good, and we're back testing fair market value right here on both assets. Now we jump over to the market cap XRP price, and again, here's our wave 1, wave 2 with the expectation that we'll move up to the top of the range for the full run, with our wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ultimately playing out here for this wave 3. And you could see that we did not cross our waves. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and our fifth will come right up into this region before we consolidate and move up to that final move. So this is bullish. So we have that. And then finally, the XRP Bitcoin pairing. Again, we did not cross over that level. So I'm pretty sure it was just the futures market that caused the cross to occur here on the regular XRP, and not an actual organic crossing, because it's just a boop right through, and that tends to be an indication that it's just the liquidations of some longs that are with their stops down here, and then they turn the price over immediately to go the other direction. So so all that looks great. And then even here on the Sigma coin, you can see the same thing. There wasn't an additional breakdown, but it moved back on top of this wedge, back tested it, and is now continuing higher, and it's back within that zone. And our 3-day is still grinding, or sorry, our daily is still grinding, our 3-day is still grinding, our 12-hour is moving upwards on the momentum, but then still holding, so sideways, which is nice. And I believe the 4 hours reset. Yes, it has. There you go. That's the good stuff. So basically, longer time frames still need to be filled in. A little bit of a stall out here the next, half a day or so, but in the short-term period, we're going to see more buys and more strength coming off of Sigma, which will further include the higher move to the upside. So now we're just going to be watching through all this chop. Can we see a 5-wave starting? Maybe there's a rising wedge right here. I don't see anything super clear as at this point in time for what we're maybe doing with Sigma. And these waves 1 and 4 can cross within a wedge, leading diagonal pattern structure. So that's probably the first indication to me of a 5-wave move off the lows. There might be one more reset coming down and retesting this ABC region, and then if we're lucky to get back down here, because this 1 million mark zone is the massive accumulation, and then from there we can continue onward. But we'll see if we're that lucky. We may not be, so because I'm not sure on this count yet. So ultimately we'll continue to monitor Sigma here, but so far it's looking great. And to recap, We have a cross here at this point in time, but so far upward price action looks to be in the cards. We'll watch it. USD crossed again. Korea did not. Market cap did not. And XRP Bitcoin pairing did not. So all of that leads me to believe that it's wrong footing to the upside. Additionally, influencers have gone out and posted that this is going to roll over. So that's probably more confirmation that they'll onboard a lot of negative shorts. So, and then squeeze them. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll check in tomorrow.